Thank you. It's been nearly 6 months since the Memphis Safe Task Force arrived in the city, and despite some major reductions, crime remains a top concern for many Memphians. The Memphis Shelby Crime Commission just released the results of a new survey questioning hundreds of voters about public safety. Bill Gibbons is the Crime Commission's executive director, and Deidre Malone's company, the Carter Malone Group, was a consultant on the project. Deidre, Bill, welcome. Glad to have you both here today.
Glad to be here.
Bill, let's start with you. Any real surprises here? I take it public safety still the consensus major concern for most Memphians and Shelby Countyans.
Well, a little bit of a surprise on that. Yes, you're right that crime and public safety is still the #1 concern overall when you look at all the respondents. On the other hand, among African Americans, jobs in the economy took first place, with crime being in second place. So that's a
jobs
change
in the economy.
Yeah, so that's a change in prior surveys that have been conducted for the Crime Commission.
Yeah, so Deidre, how did you kind of view this? Were you a little surprised as well when you saw these results, and why?
Very surprised, especially along the same line as Bill, because African Americans do feel like the jobs in the economy is the most important thing. Another thing that stood out to me when we talk about construction projects in Memphis and Shelby County, I thought it was interesting that the jail was the #1 construction project that Shelby Countyans thought should be the priority. But along with African Americans, it's educational institutions, and then secondarily, it's Regional 1. So, you know, there was some divide between the demographics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, what does that kind of show you as a consensus here when we kind of look at those numbers? I mean, black, white, what have you?
Well, in terms of those two issues in particular, crime versus jobs and economy, jail versus schools or Regional 1, there is a real split among African American respondents and white respondents. On the other hand, there is a real consensus in terms of overall support for the local police.
Yes.
That's pretty strong across the board, whether it's African American respondents, white respondents, residents within Memphis or in the suburbs. It's pretty much across the board.
Talking about law enforcement, let's kind of take a deeper dive into the Memphis Safe Task Force, which has generated a lot of attention since it's been in the city of Memphis for the past 6 months or so. Deidre, what did you see with some of the numbers about the task force? Most people in favor of the numbers going down? Most people happy about the task force being here, or how's it viewed?
62%.
62%
feel strongly that they're happy that they're here. So it's only 30% feel like the task force has not been effective. So that was shocking to me. And 47% would like to see the current number of state troopers remain in Memphis. So I thought that was a good thing too. But however, when it comes to undocumented immigrants, 58% surveyed feel like the crackdown on undocumented immigrants has not made the community safer. Only 42% think so.
Yeah. So Bill, what does this say about the larger debate when it comes to, I guess, enforcement involving undocumented immigrants here?
Well, what it tells me is that our undocumented immigrant population is not really, in the view of most people, a factor in our crime rate. And in fact, a recent study by the Tennessee DA's Conference supports that. They looked at all the charges in 2025 statewide within our state courts. Only 3% involved undocumented immigrants. And most of those charges were related to traffic violations. So, and Mayor Young has pointed this out, our undocumented immigrant population is not a major factor in our crime problem.
So Deidre, where do you see this discussion going in the future, though, when it comes to this issue and many others here?
Well, I'm glad to see that Bill and the Crime Commission are looking at this survey and will use it for what you're going to plan next, right, Bill?
Correct.
So excited about that. So this survey is going to be like a benchmark moving forward and foundational for what they're going to do when it comes to developing their 5-year safety, safe community plan. So this is exciting. So this data will be used to look at a 5-year plan for our community.
Any major changes here, Bill, when it comes to that 5-year plan, at least before the survey was taken?
Well, I can think of a few. First of all, there seems to be broad support for doing something about our jail.
Okay.
Now, does that involve building a new jail, which is very expensive, or does it involve some major renovation? Maybe that's open to question. But obviously, something needs to be done about it.
Right.
The other issue that came up, excuse me, in the survey is the problem of truancy.
Yes.
A vast majority of respondents felt that truancy was a serious problem. So I think that's something we're going to have to look at as well.
And Deidre, when it comes to truancy, for those who don't know, this has been an issue that has plagued our community for decades now. And it obviously is not just a Memphis problem. It happens in other cities our size as well.
It is, but I know juvenile court and the school system, they're working together collectively to try and figure out how do you drop that number, right? So I'm glad to see that they're looking at that. It's something that Bill mentioned just a few minutes ago, and it was around. Bill, what were you just mentioned something I wanted to touch on. Oh, about the jail. If you're looking at any of these political forums, listen to what the mayoral candidates are saying about a new jail versus not building one, renovating the one that's currently downtown. So, you know, in the next few years, that's something that Shelby County is going to have to look at in terms of what are they going to do with a new jail.
Because obviously we've heard the debate in recent months.
Absolutely.
Where would you build it? Would it be moved to the Frazier or North Memphis area?
Or do you renovate the one that you currently have? So that discussion's going on now, but what the survey says is that we need a new one.
So, Bill, when it comes to community involvement, community engagement, is this a big part of it? I mean, this feedback that you are getting here?
Well, yes, as Deidre pointed out, we're going to use these survey results, not totally, there are other factors too, but use these survey results in spearheading development of a new 5-year Safe Community Action Plan. I think this tells us what the main concerns of the community are, and we will use that as kind of a guidepost really in developing the new plan. Can I mention a couple more things? The survey shows also there's been a serious erosion in the public's feeling about support for victims.
Yes.
A vast majority of respondents feel that victims are not getting the kind of support they need in the system. And also there's been a serious erosion in the public's belief that neighborhood watch groups are being effective. That's something that we need to turn around, because I personally think that neighborhood watch groups can be a very effective part of solving our crime problem, but there's some skepticism about that.
Obviously, this study has sparked a lot of debate, a lot of conversations, which is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Deidre, thank you. Bill, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's do this again and do it often. All right. We're going to take a short break. We will be back.